That's anticlimactic. Maybe this is just an old palette. Hi guys, James here. Welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's having a great day. In today's video, guys, I'm playing with my beautiful P.Louise palette. This is the World Full of Wonder palette. It is their purple themed palette. 42 shades in this palette, and I did get this 60% off last week, so I'm very excited. I haven't actually dipped into it. I will show you the color story. So very, very purple. I'm just looking at my viewfinder that's all in focus. Very, very pretty. And then it does actually have a drawer as well, so it's two like pages almost. This one slides out, and then you've got this one here, which has like more pastel shades and a bit lighter shades. It also has some like blue tone shades as well. I've been wanting to add this palette to my collection for such a long time, but it's $100 Australian without the shipping included. But P.Louise has actually put this on sale right now. I don't know if it's on sale right now as we speak, but it was last week when I purchased it. It was on sale for 47% off. Then I used a discount code on top of that. So I think I got it for like 60% off. So very, very happy about that. Now I have actually got two P.Louise palettes. I'm going to put photos up of each look that I've done with these palettes. So this one I got 2 weeks ago, or yeah, maybe 3 weeks ago. I got it in a mystery box. And this is an all matte rainbow palette. So you've got this side here, really pretty. And then if I close it, man, these are really bulky. If I close it and I open this side, you've got like the greens and the blues, which I've actually done a look with using this side of the palette. I haven't used the other side yet, but I will. Very, very good formula. Love that one. Very bulky. Now, someone actually did mention that these actually light up. So this is actually meant to light up. I didn't realize that, but it's meant to. Mine doesn't. I don't know if there's like a battery that's died in it, but mine never lit up, which is kind of sad. And then this one here is also meant to light up as well. Let me just put this drawer back in here before I put my finger in one of the shades and mess it up. This one is very bulky, and it also lights up. So I don't know if you'll be able to see with the ring light, but actually it's like these crystal lights here and here behind these clouds, and it's meant to light up. Mine doesn't light up, so I think the battery's just run out. It does actually have a spot where you can replace the battery. I'm not going to do that because it's just something that I don't need it to work as a function, but it would have been nice to have the full experience of what P.Louise packaging is all about. But this one, it's not lighting up. So yeah, I just want to mention that because someone didn't mention it in my mystery box unboxing that this one lights up, and I didn't realize. I went back to it and I guess the battery's dead. So neither of them light up is what I'm trying to say. Now, for the base, I've already done because I just wanted to focus on the eyes, and I'm only going to do one eye on camera and then do the other one off camera to save some time, because sometimes my videos can be quite long. Now, for blush, I did go in with a purple blush. Now, this is from the brand MP. I don't actually know what the name is. It is from Priceline. I actually ripped the tag off when I was trying to get like the seal off this, and it actually took the whole like ingredients and all the information off the back. So I will look it up on Priceline, and I will put the shade name and the actual brand on the screen for you guys. But I went in with this baked purple little blush moment here. Not too much. You could probably punch it up, which I probably will do after I've done the eyes to see how intense it is. I want to maybe kind of match that energy, but it is a baked little blush moment, and it's kind of a highlighter as well. So very nice. I think I got this on sale. Now everything else is nothing new, so I will link all the things that I've used to get to this stage down below so you guys know exactly what I've used. It's exactly the same, except the blush is different from the last video. But enough talking. I've got all my brushes here. It is currently 1:30 in the morning when I'm doing this, so we need to get cracking. Alright, so this palette, very pretty. I am going to go in with like a smoky, maybe cut crease look, I'm hoping. I'm going to definitely play with the shade Genie. It's so pretty. I don't know if you'll be able to see how iridescent it is. It's like this one here, but very, very pretty. Anyway, I'm not going to swatch it because I don't want purple to transfer all over my base. I have a tendency of swatching things and then I touch my face and then I leave like a purple or green or blue eyeshadow mark on my face, and it's hard to blend that away, and I have to kind of restart all my base in that area, which is annoying. So I'm not going to do that mistake, but I will swatch some of the shades at the end of the video, if I remember. God, this palette is so pretty. Just a purple lover's dream with a hint of blue as well. Really pretty. I think I'm going to go into the shade What a View, which is this one here. It is a matte, like electric purple. I'm going to put that on on the outer edge, and we'll start from there. So let's go in with that. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I had a good day. I'm actually starting to get sick, so that hasn't been fun. I've been working on my garden, and then obviously working as well. Oh, there's a lot of kick up in this palette. A lot of kick up. I'm tapping off all the excess because I don't want any of the purple to drop down on my base that I've already done. Now, purples are very notorious to be quite patchy, or they can be patchy. Purples and yellows are very hard to make. So I'm hoping this is not patchy because, I mean, it's a purple lover's dream palette. And if the mattes are patchy, then it's kind of 50% of the palette wasted. But hopefully we don't have that problem here today. So far, very pigmented. I'm just going to go a little at a time because I don't, again, want any fallout on my cheeks or my base. Now, Mother's Day was Sunday. And I hope you guys all talked to your mum on Mother's Day. I actually forgot because, again, I was sick. And I start work at 8 p.m, but I slept all the way until 6 p.m. and got up and got ready for work and went to work because I have to get changed at work with my job. We don't have our uniforms at home. We have to leave it at work for security reasons, and work will wash all our uniforms for us. So we have to get there in time to change. So yeah, I got up and I dragged myself out of bed, and when I woke up I was coughing and, you know, spluttering and all that type of stuff. But until I either win the lotto or marry rich, I'm going to have to drag my ass out and go to work because we need to pay those bills. I actually just paid my car rego, and car rego is so expensive. I only pay every 3 months because my car is like almost 18 years old. And I don't want it to die and then have all this registration paid for it and not use it. Now, you can claim it back if you haven't used it or you sell your car or something like that. I think you can claim the portion that you haven't used for that year or whatever, and they'll send it back to you. But I just do 3 months because why not? Now, 3 months is almost $235 here in Australia for car registration, which is always fun, and I get that every 3 months. Ooh, that purple is not really blending the way I want it to. It's kind of just stayed there and not really blending. So I'm just going to have to work on that purple because I don't want any patchiness here. I really like it. Can you see that? It's really intense here, but it's not moving anywhere. And I've been blending in that same spot for a good 4 or 5 minutes and it's not blending. So let me just move to a Morphe 506 brush. And we're just going to see if I can blend it with a little bit more of a dense brush, not as fluffy and more precise. So we'll see if we can get it to move a little bit more. That's a problem. Work is going okay, same old, nothing new there. If you don't know, I work as a croupier in a casino, so I deal like the blackjack and roulette games and all that type of stuff, and I do night shift right now. And night shift is 12 weeks of night shift, and then day shift is 16 weeks of days. So I do like night shift. I've been doing it for over 12 years in this role. And last year I actually switched to day shift. And I really enjoyed the day shift, just for my mental health. It's just better, like I can wake up at 7 or 8 a.m. and have the whole day to do something. If I work night shift, the first day that I have off, I'm basically sleeping because, you know, I finish at work at 4 or 6 a.m. I sleep half the day or almost the full day that I have off. So the first full day that I have off, I basically slept half of it away. And then if you only get 2 days off, you have to keep your sleeping pattern up for the next day as well off because you've got 4 or 5 days on. So you kind of lose a lot of your days off to sleep during the day. It can be very frustrating. That's not a fly, that is a bee. Why is there a bee in my house at 2 o'clock in the morning? And I can't just leave it because you can probably hear it flying right next to the microphone. Okay, I need to get this bee. What if it will land on this? Come here. Land on the brush, little bee. Oh, I got it. Okay, I got it. I gotta throw it outside. Alright, bees outside, and we can get back to blending this out. And now my cat wants attention. Where are you? He disappears under my desk and then he jumps up, and I've got a towel on my desk, so he jumps up, grabs a towel and drags everything off my table. So I don't want him to do that because I have my phone, I've got drinks, my iPad, I've got mirrors. I don't want anything to fall and break at 2 o'clock or 1:30 in the morning. Okay, this purple is actually not too bad. It's kind of hard to blend around the edges, but it's not patchy. Like, that is a solid purple, and I'm actually really liking that. I did have to go in with a Morphe M506 brush. Well, this is actually a Jaclyn Hill brush, JH40, but it's exactly the same as a Morphe M506 brush, like exactly the same. They just literally changed the handles. And the fact that I still have a Jaclyn Hill brush, I mean, these are probably 4 or 5 years old now, because I mean, Jaclyn Hill had her brushes with Morphe years ago. Also, does anyone really watch bigger influencers anymore? Like, I've really got into watching like smaller influencers. Oh my god, my cat jumped up. Exactly what I didn't want him to do. At least he didn't drag the towel off the table like he's done previously. Oh, okay. You can go onto your chair. He's got a chair next to me that he sleeps on, so he can like fall asleep there and not on my table, because he likes to sleep where I am, so he'll sleep on my table over everything. And I just don't need purple eyeshadow on him, because I've actually had pink eyeshadow on his paws because he dipped into one of my eyeshadow palettes when it was open, and I was trying to wipe it off and he was not having it. So I don't want to have to deal with that at 2 o'clock in the morning. I actually used to watch Jaclyn Hill, and I used to watch all these bigger influencers like Manny and stuff. I still watch Manny sometimes, but the thing with Manny is it's not a new video, because he uses all those products on his TikTok video and he gets sponsored by them. So by the time he's actually done a full video, he's used all those products on TikTok, and I've watched it all. So it's nothing too new there. Laura Lee has shut down her Laura Lee Los Angeles makeup brand, which is kind of sad, because I actually liked her and her makeup brand and her brushes and her lipsticks and all that. So she's called it quits on her brand there, but she still does makeup videos. I love her PR unboxing videos, and I love when she does makeup declutter and organizational videos, because she does them very, very well. And I put those videos on when I'm cleaning the bathroom or folding a whole lot of washing or cleaning the kitchen. I'll just have my iPad and I'll like watch those videos. So I love those types of videos, but I don't watch too many other big YouTubers. I used to watch Jaclyn Hill, and I used to watch Jeffree Star, and I used to watch a lot of these different YouTubers, but most of them have stopped doing makeup or just gone on TikTok and don't do makeup videos. Like Nikki Tutorial very rarely does any YouTube videos. She just does it all on TikTok and Instagram now, so I kind of miss those long form content videos. I love watching all the makeup videos. I love watching declutter videos. I just love watching makeup videos. I find it very therapeutic. So I hope you guys still love watching long form content. Now, I know my videos are not that exciting. I'm just talking shit right now at 2 o'clock in the morning, so it's not an exciting video for you guys to watch. And I don't really test too much makeup stuff, because I don't have the budget to buy brand new makeup and do a full face of brand new makeup every video. But I am trying to do more long form makeup videos like these tutorials for you guys, because I just don't do enough tutorials. I do a lot of lives on TikTok, but I don't do enough here on YouTube. So I'm really trying to do better about that. So please bear with me. I am going to do a lot more YouTube videos in the next couple of months. Alright, so I'm really happy with the way it's looking. It's very, very vibrant purple. I need to really focus on blending the edges, so I'm just going to quickly do that off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll go in with the next shade. But so far so good. Alright guys, we are back, and I've blended out as much as I can. I just want to zoom in. I always do it the wrong way. I want to zoom in and just show you the eyelid here. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's kind of giving patchiness. I don't know why. Now I'm going to put a shimmer over it, so it's not the biggest thing in the world, but I'm dipping into the actual shade. It's still purple, but it looks lighter than the shadow around it. Now I know I've packed it on, but I'm packing a lot of shadow on, and it's like a lot lighter purple here, and here is like a dark blue. So I don't really know what's happening there. This has happened with purple shades from other palettes, so it could be just my eyelid playing up today, or it could just be the shadow itself. Again, we're going to put a shimmer over it, so it's not the biggest thing in the world, but I did want to mention it because I was just like, what's happening there? So we're going to leave that shade for now. We're going to go into the next shade, Picturesque. I think that's how you say it. This like light blue shade, really pretty. I'm going to put that in a corner. Now this is like a pastel bluish purple, so I feel like I'm really going to have to pack it on against like a dark, rich purple that I've already put down, but I think we can make it work. Oh, that is a pretty shadow. That is nice. This is like a standard look for me. I love doing like the outer edge nice and dark, and then a lighter inner corner with a shimmer on top. That's my go-to looks. I used to do like cut creases and all that type of stuff, but a lot of those looks were only 50% successful, and then a lot of the other times I would start again, or I just wouldn't film that YouTube video, or I would complete filming it and then I'd get to editing and I was like, this is trash, and I would just delete that video. I probably deleted 200 videos where I'm just like, oh, what is this look? So a lot of videos just don't make the cut, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm not going to spend my time editing this because I hate the finished outcome, and also I kind of hate the way I'm talking or sounding in that video, or something's just not made me want to do it. So a lot of videos I've deleted. I was actually very happy that this week I finally hit 500,000 views on my channel. Now, a lot of those views are shorts. I do a lot of shorts and transition videos. I just did one 2 days ago that's hit 11,000 views, which is amazing because I would be lucky sometimes to get 500 views. So the fact that that's hit 11,000 is very nice. And those shorts do actually help grow my channel subscriber-wise. Sometimes with a nice short like that, I get 5 or 6 different subscribers. So shorts do help my channel out a lot, and I'm really excited that I finally hit 500,000. The start of my goal this year, I think it was this year, was to hit 400,000, and I managed to do that. And the fact that I've hit 500,000 views on my channel, and yes, a lot of them are shorts, I'm still very excited about that, because sometimes, you know, YouTube can be very hard to grow on, especially when there's like 1,000 mystery boxes of the same mystery box. So you're trying to sparkle amongst 1,000 diamonds that are doing the same thing. So sometimes it's very hard to grow, and also being a male in the beauty community, I get a lot of like not so nice comments in my actual comments on my YouTube channel, which actually does help my algorithm and stuff, but still not always the nicest thing in the world. So that was a nice little goal to hit for myself. I'm really excited about that, and hopefully I can hit maybe 600,000 by the end of this year if I continue to do shorts and stuff like that. But again, with shorts, you have to kind of be lucky. Sometimes you get 200 views, sometimes you get 1,000 views, sometimes you get 10,000 views. You know, it's just a luck of the draw. But this is what that shadow is looking. Oh, that is really pretty. That's kind of giving me almost like peacock bluish vibes, and then going into a smoky purple. That is really nice. I'm just going to blend the edges ever so slightly, not too much because I don't want it too much, but I'm just going to blend it out a little bit on the outer edge here, and then we can go in with the shimmers. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Alright, we are back, and I've blended out that eyeshadow. I'm really happy with that like light blue shadow, blended out like a dream, and very pigmented even though it's like a pastel blue. Really loving that. Now I'm going to spend a little bit of time, just a little bit, not too much. I'm going to try and blend out this outer edge with a lighter pastel purple. So I'm going to go in with the shade Miraculous. I think that's the shade here, that one there. My dyslexia is just playing up, but we're going to go in with that, again, a Morphe brush, and we're just going to tap on that outer edge. And oh, that is a lot lighter than what I expected, but we're going to blend out a little bit because it's still a little harsh on the outer edge. So I just really want to get that blend down, because once I put that shimmer on, it's a little harder to blend because you don't want to knock any of that shimmer off. So if you can get 90% of your blending done before the shimmers are on, especially if I'm going to use a glitter glue, which I think I will, it's going to be a lot easier to finish off this complete look. Now it has actually kind of turned that shadow right here into an ashy blue against that purple, which is not what I wanted. It's not my favorite. So yeah, we're just going to try and blend it a little bit more, and then we can come back and play with the shimmers because I'm so excited for that. But let me quickly do this. I might actually go off camera and do the bottom lash line as well, because I like to do the bottom lash line before I do my shimmers on top, just because it's like all done and blended out. So I'll quickly go off camera, finish blending this off, do the bottom lash line with the 2 shades I've already put on, the light blue and the purple, and then we can come back and we can do the shimmer, which I'm so excited for. You have no idea. Alright guys, we are done with the mattes. Eye is all blended out, bottom lash line is done. Really happy with that. Now let's get to the fun part. I'm going to swatch some of these shimmers. So I'm going to swatch some of the contenders. I don't know which one I'm going to go with, but we've got some contenders. So let me swatch some of the contenders so you can see the shimmers that I'm really falling in love with. We've got the shade of Bucket List. Oh, that's anticlimactic. Okay, like in the pan, it looks so pretty, but it looks kind of like it was glittery and sparkly, but the swatch looks more of a like what do you call it? A satin. Oh, so does this one. Oh, this is a letdown. So that shade is Genie, which is the shade I really wanted to play with. Oh, they're kind of lackluster. Okay, let me actually show you what they look like. I want to, hopefully you can see, like you can see how sparkly and stuff they are. Really, I'm trying to get the light to adjust. Really sparkly. Cut, I am trying to work. Really sparkly, but when you actually put your finger in it, they are very lackluster. Let's go into the shade My Command. Maybe this is just an old palette. Maybe that's why it was discounted or on sale, because it's just, like P.Louise shimmers are normally like nice and foiled and all that. That is, I mean, they're pretty, but they're not giving me the vibes that I really was expecting. God, this is my ultimate palette that I'd had on my wish list for ages with this brand. Oh, this one's looking a bit more promising. That is the shade Life Changing. Bit more of a reflect in it. Oh, but that swatched horribly. Oh God, P.Louise. This is becoming a palette that looks better than what it actually is, at least shimmer wise. Alright, let's go into the shade Fansize. Oh, that's pretty, but is it gonna swatch nice? Okay, it swatches okay, but are they mesmerizing? No. These are a huge letdown in my opinion. I'm so glad I didn't pay full price for this palette, because I would be so upset if I had. Like the amount of times I put it in my cart and then just never checked out, because I was like, oh, $100 for an eyeshadow palette. If I'm spending that type of money on an eyeshadow palette, I like to go to Sephora and swatch the Natasha Denona palettes or the Pat McGrath palettes before I buy them. Just because Pat McGrath is $210 Australian for her palettes, I think, and at least the last one I bought 3 years ago was, I don't know, they've probably all gone up with the inflation cost of living. But Natasha Denona are minimum of $100 plus $120 minimum for her palette. So before I buy them, I always swatch them in store. This one obviously we can't because we don't have P.Louise here in Australia, and I actually had to buy this on her website. So I'm a little upset about this, I'm not going to lie. But we will soldier on and I will give you the best that I can give you. So I'm going to go in with this glitter primer because I really need something to hold these shadows onto my eyelid, because they're, like I said, very lackluster. I'm going to go in with my P.Louise glitter. I'm just going to kind of not do a cut crease, but I'm going to do a defined line where that shimmer's going to go. So, oh God, I've got it all over my lashes, which is great. We're going to quickly put this on the eyelid and then we can jump in with these shimmers. But I've got some time to think about it while I put this on the eyelid. So let me do that and I will be right back. Let's get into the eyeshadow before this glue completely dries down on my eyelids. I think I'm just going to go in with the shade Bucket List, which is a beautiful purple. So I'm trying to get the shadow. This purple here, this one here. Put that on the outer edge, and then for the inner corner, I'm going to go in with the shade Life Changing, which is this shadow here. That one there that has a little indents in it because I've accidentally hit my brush into it. We're going to go in with that. So let me go on with the outer corner first. Bucket List. Oh, so underwhelming when I put my finger in it. It's like a satin, almost like a putty, not a shimmer. Oh God, yeah. Oh, okay, it's there. It's there. Not giving me what I wanted, but we're gonna go with it because it was the most promising shimmer out of the ones I swatched. I think it was anyway, and I love the color the most out of them. Like it's okay. Like I feel like I would need to have like a iridescent purple or bluish eyeshadow topper on top of it to really give the pigment that I love out of my eyeshadow shimmers. But it's okay. That's that shadow done. I'm going to go in with the same finger, go into the shade Life Changing and put that in the inner corner. Now I might need a brush for that. Oh, that's a lot better, that one. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, okay, that's a bit better. So this is more of like the foiled iridescent glitter formula that I love. It doesn't have to be multi-chrome, but something that has like a sparkle that, you know, catches the light when you turn your head and gives you a little bit of a glitter effect. That's what I love. Oh, that's promising. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to go in with my flat brush, and I'm just going to use that to put it in the inner corner, because my chubby fingers, if I do it with my fingers, I'm going to touch the inner part of my nose and it's going to transfer the shadow there. So I've learned to use a little packing brush. Now these brushes are all from the, what do you call it, Officeworks. They're like paint brushes. They're all just flat. I use them for my glitter glue primers, and also to get in the inner corner of my eye. I love putting the shimmers on with my finger because I feel like that's the best like payoff in my opinion, at least for my eyelids. But for the inner corner part, I have to use a flat, dense brush, which kind of works the same as my finger because it is a nice dense brush and not a fluffy one. I do see a lot of YouTubers use their fluffy brushes to apply their shadows, and their eyeshadows, the finished look never looks as good as what I would expect it to look if they use their fingers. Like the finger just gives the right pressure, you know exactly how much pressure you're using because you're using it against your eyelid. And for me, I just find the shimmers work always better with a finger application or a nice dense brush. But a lot of people use like the fluffy brushes. And I know not everybody loves like a iridescent glass-like finish on their eyelid with their shimmers, because, you know, people don't always like that. But if you're going to use a multi-chrome or duochrome shimmer, give it the best moment to shine that it's going to have, which in my opinion is using a finger to apply it. But each to their own. I'm actually not hating that. That's actually quite nice. I'm quite happy with the way that's looking. I wish it was a little bit more glittery and sparkly, but I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Let's just go in with a little Morphe brush, and I'm just going to pick up some of that dark purple shade, What a View, and we're just going to tap it on the outer edge with that matte and shimmer meat, and we're just going to blend ever so slightly so there's no like harsh lines. I know it was meant to be like a cut crease and stuff, but I still like a nice blend on the outer edge. So I'm just tapping off the excess with that matte shadow and then applying it on the eyelid. And I'm not swiping, I'm just tapping. Because if you swipe, you're going to remove that shimmer, especially that glitter glue I've already put down. You don't want to disturb that. You just want to blend out the outer edge, just like that. That's it. Really happy with that. Quick blend, and I think that is the eyeshadow done for this eye. I'm going to go off camera and do the other eye, and I'll come back and we will do the lips. Now, for lips, I actually have this new lip gloss bomb stick, high shimmer gloss stick. This is from Fenty Beauty, and I actually have the purple one, which will go perfect for this look. So I'm going to come back and we're going to put this on camera, and I'll give you my final thoughts on that. I'll also come back and do some highlighter on camera. I am going to put a black waterline in the waterline off camera just to save some time. Now, I won't do lashes for this look because it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and I just don't want to have to worry about lashes at 2 o'clock in the morning. So hopefully you don't mind and understand why I'm not doing lashes. But with that, guys, give me about 10 minutes and I'll come back and we can finish off this video. Alright, we are back. Eyes are all done. I did put some mascara on, and I'm kind of regretting it because they just have clumped up my lashes so much. I don't wear mascara much. The one I did put on was, the Maybelline Sky High one. I don't know if I'll use this one again because my lashes just look so clumpy. And anyway, it is what it is. I'm not going to take them off. But yeah, I just don't know about that mascara. Anyway, we are going to go in with highlighter because I love highlighter. This is my TZ Cosmetix Aurora Borealis Highlighter palette. Really, really pretty. I love the packaging. And then the inner part is like a putty highlighter formula. So you've got all these different iridescent highlighters, really pretty, like blues and purples, greenish golds, champagnes, and like a pink one. This was actually something my sister bought me. She made me a mystery box from Amazon. Like, I gave her $200 and I told her, buy a whole lot of makeup from Amazon, make a mystery box, and I'll do an unboxing. That was like 3 years ago, and I've loved this highlighter palette so much. I use it all the time. So I'm going to go, it doesn't have any shade name, so I'm just going to go into this shade here, which is like the pinky purple shimmer, that one here. And I'm going to use a fluffy brush. Now this is a putty formula, so it's not a powder. It kind of blends into the skin, which is nice. And again, it's very iridescent, so we're just going to put a little bit on the face here. Now, if you really want like a punch of like highlighter, you can just go in with your finger. Like I'll show you. I'm just going to pick it. Oh, actually not that finger because it's got the eyeshadow on it. This one here is kind of clean. We're going to go in with this and we're just going to tap some on right here. Just the high part of my cheeks, and just you can really see what it looks like when you've applied it with your finger. So if you do like an intense highlighter, just apply it with your finger and then blend it out. But I'm just going to apply it with the brush because I don't want it to take away from the actual eyeshadow itself, especially since these shimmers were not giving what I expected from this palette. We don't want the highlighter to outperform the shimmers on the eyelid, but that's the highlighter on that side. Let me quickly do the other side. I will go in with the finger as well, just so it's matchy on both sides pigment wise, but I'll just use the brush first, then I'll go in with the finger, and then I'll use the same shade as an inner corner and brow highlighter as well. Look at that highlighter, so pretty. Alright, a little bit on the finger and just punch it up right here and just blend. I mean, stunning. And then I'll put some on the nose before I forget as well. Oh, beautiful. Alright, now the brow highlighter. I just want to quickly mention this eye here, I'm not loving this side. I went too far out with the blending, so it's gone out a lot further than what I wanted. I wanted it to be more of an oval shape around the edge there, but it's gone out too much, and I had to kind of do the same on this side, but this eye is looking a lot better. It's not gone as far and it's blended out a bit better, but this side's not my favorite. So I want to quickly mention that not everything goes perfect in your tutorial, especially when I know I can do better and have done better in the past. But again, it is makeup, so you can always just wash it off if you don't like it. And now what I'm really excited for is this Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This is in the shade Icy Amethyst, number 4. I've had this for almost a week and a half. And I haven't played with it because I knew I was going to get this palette and I wanted to do like a purple themed eyeshadow tutorial / makeup look, and I have restrained from touching it, but oh my god, it's so pretty. I did swatch it in store at Sephora before I bought it because this does retail I think for $39 Australian, which is quite expensive for a gloss bomb stick. I'm going to swatch it on the back of my hand because I just can't remember. Oh my god. See, this is what I wanted from my eyeshadow. Like I wanted that high sheen glitter finish. See that? Look at that. That's what I wanted from my shimmers. But we haven't got the shimmers. We've got it on the lips though. Let me... Oh, do I put it on my lips without nothing? I kind of want to line my lips first. So let me just quickly line my lips. I do have like this purplish lip liner. This is from Flower Beauty. And I just... Yeah, I think that's a good combination. That's what it looks like. I'm just going to quickly line my lips and then we can go in with a gloss bomb. Alright, lips are lined. I did try and ombre it out a little bit so it's not such a harsh line. It's probably the wrong shade, but we're going to go with it. Oh. Oh, that is nice. It feels really comfortable on the lips. And it just glides on, which is nice. Let me just twist up a little bit more. Oh, that is really, really nice. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Oh my god, that's stunning. I love this so much. It has a really good scent to it as well. Oh, that is definitely worth the $39. Just alone, without anything on the lips, I would wear that. That is so comfortable. It really is like their lip gloss bomb formula, but in a stick form. And I actually prefer the stick form. I do have the liquid, but I think these are easier for me to apply, and I really like the way it looks. Probably don't know if this is the right shade of lipstick. I wanted it to be more purple. I should have probably gone in. I don't know why I didn't go in with my NYX. I feel like this... No, it's actually a similar colour to that lipstick. In my mind, I probably wanted more of a purple, but I ended up with this. It's a pretty shade, but I wanted it to be like this bluish dark purple that I have on my eyes to kind of match. But we don't always need everything to match. So I'm just going to add a little bit of blush because I just feel like we need a little bit of purple blush to match the pigment of this eyeshadow. So I'm just going to go in with this little purple blush moment here and just punch that up a little bit, just because I really want it to like be on the theme of purple for this video. And I think that has completed the look. I just felt the blush was kind of being washed out by the eyeshadow, so I think I just needed that extra bit of pigment, and I'm really happy with the final result. Let's talk about the eyeshadow. Did it blow me away? No. The mattes were good. They were a little patchy, but I've had that with other eyeshadows when I've used purple shades from those palettes, and it's not a first time thing, and I did manage to cover it with the shimmers. It might be just because I started this look at 1 o'clock in the morning and my eyelids are dry or something like that. So on another day when I'm well rested and my eyelids are nice and hydrated, it might work better. I love the packaging of this palette. The shimmers were a huge letdown. I don't think I will reach for this palette shimmer wise. Normally I love going for purple shimmers in all my palettes, but these shimmers, they just, yeah, they're a huge letdown for me. I'm kind of heartbroken about that. I think it's an overspray. I'm going to show you the shade that I haven't swatched in this palette, which is the shade Night Sky, and is this one here. I'm going to hopefully have the lights adjust. It looks like the shimmer has had an overspray on it, so you can kind of see that it has like a glittery moment there, and it looks really foiled and promising. But then when I swatch it, it just, like, you don't get that glittery, shimmery, oh god, why is that camera not fixing? You don't get that payoff that you're expecting. You kind of get like a satin, and then for one swatch, that is kind of depressing. Let me swatch some of my other shadows that I have. This is the Melt palette, and it has the shade Sugar Plum Vision, one of my ultimate favorite purple shades. One swatch and you can just see the difference side by side. Look at that. Just so much better, pigment wise, shimmer wise, not as patchy as the first one. The shade is in the middle, just so you know. And then I'm going to swatch another shade from the Gourmand Girls palette. This is the shade Apparatus, I think, and it's like a bluish purple, and it has a very like foiled finish. Really pretty. Look at that. Looks like my finger is made of glass. Or one swatch next to the other two. This is going to be on the outer edge, just here. And look at that. Look at that shimmer compared to the other ones. Why is my camera not facing? And that is the shimmer there. Look at that. The shimmer just looks like glass on the back of my hand. So this is my favorite, this is my second, and then this is the one I just swatched from P.Louise. Doesn't compare to the other two in my opinion. So I probably won't be reaching for the shimmers very often out of this palette, which is a shame because I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 shimmers out of the 42 shades in this palette. So 10 shades I won't be using too often, if ever again. So that's a bit of a letdown, but I did get it on sale and I've been wanting this palette and I'm glad I got it, but I'm glad I didn't pay full price for it. Would I recommend this palette to any of my friends? No, I wouldn't, because I recommend palettes on their shimmers and their mattes, but their shimmers make a palette for me because I love a good shimmer and I very rarely do just matte looks, so I wouldn't recommend this palette. I do have a £6 eyeshadow palette from P.Louise. I don't know where it is right now, but those shimmers are more foiled and they are phenomenal compared to these shimmers in this palette. So I think it's just a mix and match of what formulas you get from different palettes. This palette sadly doesn't have my favorite type of foiled shimmers that I'm after in my purple or green or blue eyeshadow formulas that I love so much out of shimmers. But the mattes actually did perform quite nicely, especially the light blue shade in the inner corner. I love that. I didn't have to blend too much. I thought because it's a pastel, I'm really going to have to pack it on, and I did pack it on, but I blended out, and normally when I blend out a pastel, it blends away to nothing. This one didn't, so I'm really happy with that. And then for the gloss, it's a 10 out of 10 for me all day. I love it. I really want to get the dark brown shade. I don't know what shade it is, but it was sold out at the time. That was like the last gloss bomb they had in the Sephora store at Carousel. So I'm glad I managed to pick that up, but they didn't have the dark, rich brown one that I really fell in love with as well. If I do go past the Sephora, I will check that out, and hopefully they'll have that shade because I will snap it up instantly. But yeah, guys, it is very late at night, so I am going to love and leave you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. And if you're already part of the family, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've tried anything from P.Louise. Let me know if you've actually got this palette in particular and how you found it. For me, the shimmers were a letdown, but the mattes were good. So it's probably a 7 out of 10 for me because the mattes are good and we have more mattes than shimmers. But I did have to take 3 points off because of the shimmers. Still not a huge loss. With that, guys, until next time, stay safe and I'll see you later. Oh, my love. Bye.